Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the challenge. Last time we did a couple Dynamax Adventures trying to find Drednaw. We didn't, but you know what? We might today. Let's jump right into it. I'm going to start the timer. There we are. And let's just jump into another Xerneas adventure. No need to invite anyone else. Right. I think I'm going to go for, I'll go for Politoed. Sean is going to go for Gastrodon. Peonia is going to go for Xatu. And Noah is going to go for Mr. Mime. Right, we're looking for water and rock types as always. There is 1 water type and 0 rock types. I think that may be a new record for lowest amount of... Well, that water type is obviously Seadra, so no Drednaw in this raid, in this adventure, but... Right, Greedent or Mimikyu... really doesn't matter. Well, no, I'm looking at my list. I already have a Greedent. But it might be shiny, in which case it would be eligible. And I don't have a shiny Greedent, so I might as well try to catch it. I do already have a normal Greedent, so... Gonna make it rain. And of course I'm immediately gonna Dynamax because I can. And then use Max Geyser for the stab. Big Toad versus Big Stroll. Who will win? Well, hopefully the Toad. Alright, Xatu's going to confuse it, which is nice. Hopefully it'll hit itself a couple times. Mr. Mime is going to set up Reflect, protecting us from physical moves. And Max Geyser hopefully should do a good amount of damage. It does an amount of damage. Waterfall. Yeah, it takes some damage from hitting itself, which is good. Gonna use another Max Geyser. Xatu uses Simple Beam, which changes its ability to Simple, which I don't think does anything in this battle because Cheek Pouch only works if you have a berry as a held item, I think. Don't quote me on that. Right, Max Geyser is going to bring it down into the yellow zone. Green is going to double its attack stat, which is slightly worrying. Right, going to go for another Max Geyser. That is going to use Psychic. Mr. Mime can use Light Screen, protecting us from special moves, although I'm not sure how many of those Greedent even knows. Yeah, Max Geyser brings it down into the red zone. Waterfall almost knocks it out. It's going to reset all stat changes and abilities. Which probably, it's not confused anymore. It's going to use Max Strike on Xatu. Oh, right, with Swords Dance that knocked it out. So that is 1 life down, 3 remaining. And that's our first battle. So that's probably not a great sign. I'm gonna Undynamax because my 3 turns are up. And, right. I'm gonna go for Liquidation. But Psychic's going to knock it out before I have a chance. Kaboom! And I am going to catch it just in case it's shiny. Of course we passed up on a Mimikyu, but that needs to be from a low level challenge. caught. We'll find out later whether that's shiny. Probably not. It's a 1 in 300 chance. But maybe, just maybe. I'm actually, yeah, on a swap. Yeah, because actually no, that was a daft move. Never mind. Oh well, too late. Psychic is Mushana. Grass is, I want to say Serena. Or no, it's Lilligant. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to go for Mushana simply because it leads to a path of 2. I mean path of 3 as opposed to a path of 2. So we'll get more choices next time if we go this way. Of course, Lilligant needs to be from Unova. Mushana also needs to be from Unova. So neither of these Pokemon are eligible. Right. I don't have any super effective moves, so I'm going to set up with Sword Stance. Zatu's going to confuse it, which hopefully will come in handy. This time I'm going to use Reflect. Although I would have gone with Light Screen first, Mushana is probably a special attacker. Gastron's going to go for Skitter Smack, which is super. I think that's a bug type move, so it would be super effective. Expanding Force did a bit of damage. That's annoying. Yeah, I'm going to boost my attack. Right. The slower the user compared to the target. I don't trust that move. I bet Breeden is slow, but I don't trust it being much slower than a Mushana. Yet speed is actually really bad. I'm just going to go for Body Slam, I think. Play it a bit safe. But he's going to go for Air Slash. Mr. Mime is going to use Light Screen, which is going to protect us against the special moves, which is good. Skitter Smack again. Lowers its special attack. Snapped out of confusion. Used Yawn on itself. Nice. Thank you, Zatu. And Magic Bounce. Let's see how much Body Slam does. Good amount. I can Dynamax again, so I'm going to do that. Yeah, I'm going to go for Max Strike because of Stab. Same type of attack bonus. Big Squirrel versus whatever Mushana is, I'm not entirely sure. Simple Beam is going to get rid of its Forewarn, which doesn't really matter at this stage in the battle. This time I'm going to use Psychic, doing little to nothing, because it's not very effective. Skitter Smack is super effective though, and still doesn't bring it down into the yellow zone. It's going to nullify all stat changes and abilities, right. And then use Max Overgrowth on Gas. Oh, that's really not good. Yeah, that's a guaranteed knockout, I'm sure. Alright, 2 lives down, 2 remaining in our second battle. That's not a good sign of things to come. So the storm is growing even stronger. Right, Max Strike. Brings it down into the yellow. And lowers its speed. And then everyone heals for some reason. I'm not into. Oh, Grassy Terrain is up because of Max Overgrowth. That makes sense. Use Max Strike. Of course, Mushana is now asleep because of its Yawn that it used. Hopefully, we can get a good few turns out of that. Almost down into the red zone now. Lowers its speed harshly. Not that it matters. It is asleep. Gastrodon is sent back out. Alright. Gonna go for Max Strike again. Air Slash brings it down into the red. Psychic does nothing. It does very little. Skitter Smack almost knocks it out and lowers its special attack. And then Max Strike should very well knock it out. If it doesn't, I'd be surprised. Yeah, there it goes. Kaboom. Of course, there's no need to waste a Pokeball on this. It's not eligible for challenge. But Noah will take it. Right. Pyukumuku. I want to say that's Duraludon or Seadra. We already have Pyukumuku and we already have Duraludon. So I'm going to go for the Steel type because we're going up against a Fairy type in Xerneas. So it would be useful if we had a Steel type on our team. I think it's Duraludon. I'm fairly sure the Electric type we passed up was Pyukumuku. Yeah, there we are. Gigantamax Duraludon. But we already have all the Duraludon we could possibly need except for shinies. So we'll catch it and hopefully it'll be a shiny. It probably won't be. Wow, I really don't have anything good against this. So I'm going to use Swords Dance just to set up. So my attacks do maybe a tiny bit of damage. I'm going to use Max Steel Spike on Mushana. Almost knocking it down into yellow and boosting its own defense, which isn't what we need. We don't need it to boost its defense. That's not very good. But Yawn will probably help us out if we can get it to sleep. Power myself up with Swords Dance. So now my moves will do as much damage as if they were normal effectiveness. Yeah, I'm just going to go for Body Slam. I'm going to go for Psychic, which does an alright amount of damage, despite not being very effective. Max Lightning on Xatu is probably going to knock it out. That is 3 lives down, 1 remaining. That's probably not a good sign. Gastrodon goes for Rock Tomb, which does probably the least amount of damage I've ever seen an attack do. Mushana doubles up on Yawn, even though that doesn't make any sense, and Body Slam does a tiny bit. But paralyzes it, which means it won't go to sleep. Brilliant. Right, I'm just going to check, yeah, my attack's still up. So I'm going to go for Body Slam again. Gastrodon uses Waterfall. Oh, this is going to take a while, I can tell. Expanding Force. Yeah, that does a good amount of damage. Body Slam. Yeah, we're taking it out bit by bit. Gastrodon uses Thunderbolt, bringing me down into the yellow. And Xatu is sent back out. And I can Dynamax, so I will. I'm going to go for just Max Strike for the stab bonus. I suppose stab already has bonus, and so that's like saying same type attack bonus. But for the stab, Big Squirrel versus Skyscraper. I wonder who wins. Oh, it is parafused. It has parafusion. Hopefully that means it doesn't attack much. Expanding Force. Max Strike. Let's see how much damage this does. Not much, but does an alright amount, I suppose, for what it is. Lowers the speed harshly. Right. It's confused. And it still hit. Didn't knock anyone out even though it was a crit on Greedent. going to lower everyone's attack. Very slowly. And go for Max Strike again. Psychic knocks it down into the yellow zone. Waterfall does a tiny amount. Expanding Force does a bit. Good amount. And Max Strike will do next to nothing now that my attack's been dropped. Yeah. Oh well. Gonna lower its speed at least. And then it's gonna nullify stat changes and abilities and its own status conditions. Gmax Depletion. I think that's said. Yeah, it's signature Gmax move. Gonna lower everyone's PP. That can't be good. Gonna use Max Strike again. Yeah, Psychic still exists, so it can. Oh, Breaking Swipe. Right, still no one's taken out, but everyone's attack is going to be lowered. Yeah. Right, Gastrodon uses Rock Tomb, doing very little. Right, Expanding Force. Yeah, it brings it down into the red. Max Strike. Really won't do much now that my attack's been dropped again. Yeah. And it's gonna lower its speed. And I'm gonna Dynamax because we're at the end of my 3 turns. Alright. Now, because my attack was dropped, I'm gonna use Sword Stance just to boost it back up a bit. Although now probably isn't the best time. Actually, it will probably still die this turn either way. Waterfall. Oh, so close. Come on, Mushana. Use good move. Why would you do that? Should have used Expanding Force. That would have made sense. Right, I'm going to boost my attack up. It's going to use Breaking Swipe. And we totally almost lost because I decided to Sword Stance instead of attack. Yeah. Right. Actually, at -1 attack, I'm not sure I would have been able to make up that difference, really. Right, gonna go for Body Slam, and Psychic gonna take it out. Ooh, wow. That was closer than I'd like to admit. And I am gonna throw a Pokeball. A Premier Ball, because that's the first thing I had out. And hopefully it's shiny. One. Well, I know it's going to catch, so I shouldn't be counting down. But isn't a Premier Ball, which kind of matches its colour scheme. That's nice. It's also Dragon type, which probably makes it not actually that great against fairy types. But someone needs it more than I do. No. They would not use the right moves. Either way, we're probably going to die. I don't think it makes much of a difference. I think we're going to die very quickly. But yeah, here's Xerneas. Yeah, Fairy Aura. Ooh, it has Moonblast. Wow, never could have thought. Right. Just going to hit it with Iron Head. Nope, not even going to get 1 attack off, because that's going to knock out Xatu. 4 lives down, 0 remain. We're going to be kicked out. Oh well. That didn't take long. Right. Greedent's not shiny. Neither is Duraludon. But I'll take Duraludon, because there's no reason not to take at least one of them, and I find Duraludon to be cooler. And I'm going to put it in the box, but not in the box where I keep the useful Pokemon, in the box where I keep the Pokemon that I don't need. I am going to check that the at least one of the other Duraludon has Gigantamax Factor. It doesn't say on that screen. Yeah, that one has Gigantamax Factor, which means I really just don't need this one. So I'll go in this box with the extras. And now we have time for another. Might as well. Yeah, let's go for another. Xerneas, save the adventure. No need to invite others. Right. Ooh. I think I'm going to go for Skuntank. Poppy's going to go for Gerda. Amelia's going to go for Mushana. And Dean is going to go for Sandslash. Right, we're looking for water and rock types. There's a rock type, there's 0 water types. Right, what is that rock type? I think that's Carkol. I think that's probably pretty obviously Carkol. So we can go for... What the hell is that? Alolan Dugtrio or... What is that electric type? I cannot tell. I spent too long looking at Alolan Dugtrio's Luscious Locks. At least I think it's Alolan Dugtrio. Yeah. Alright, of course Alolan Dugtrio needs to come from Alola. So, no reason to catch it really. Although I am definitely going to kill it with a Max Flare or 2. Yeah, big skunk versus moles. How will this turn out, I wonder? Ooh. Tightening its focus, right. Max Steel Spike on Gerda. Already bringing it down into the yellow, not a good sign of things to come. But it's going to boost its defense. Right, Max Flare. Yeah. Does about 1/4 to 1/3. Stomping Tantrum. Yeah, brings it down into the yellow. Yawn, yeah, we'll put it to sleep eventually if we don't kill it beforehand. And Gerda lost its focus. So going to go for Max Flare again. Dugtrio go for high horsepower, almost knocking out Gerda. Max Flare, ooh, almost knocks it out. And Stomping Tantrum will knock it out. Cool. Kaboom. No need to waste a Pokeball. Oh, I've realised something. I don't have... Actually, yeah, I'll worry about that next episode. I've fallen below 4 Pokeballs. I think I only have like 3 left, but now that we're past that without having caught one, we're fine. Right. I don't actually have a Carkol caught yet. So on the assumption that this is Carkol, I'm going to go for it. But it may be Drednaw. Based on the silhouette, I'm fairly sure it's Carkol. But either way, it's useful. If it's Drednaw, it's much more useful, but I think it's a Carkol. Yeah, there we are. Ah, well. We don't have a Carkol caught, so this will be useful either way. Ooh. If the user's stats were lower during this turn, the power of this move is doubled. The move enables the user to attack first. The move fails if the target is not readying an attack. I think the chances of my my stats being lower during any particular turn before I attack are pretty high. So I think I'm going to go for Lash Out. High horsepower though is probably going to do a lot of damage first. Lash Out, yeah. Ah well. Overheat on Alolan Dugtrio knocks it out, of course. So that is 1 life down, 3 remaining. high horsepower. I'm going to bring it down into the red. This is going to be a very quick battle. Expanding force. Very nearly knocks it out. Going to go for lash out again. And there we are. Right. Gonna throw a Premier Ball. Yeah, I only have 3 Pokeballs left. Yeah, gonna throw a Premier Ball. So at the start of next episode, I'll probably go back to Wedgehurst and buy a few more Pokeballs. Or I'll buy some with Dynamite Ore. Cool. Because I have a lot of Dynamite Ore from doing these. I'm good without it, I think. Yeah, I'll stick with Skuntank. Amelia can take Carkol. Right. Lickitung or Emolga. It really doesn't matter. It's just, do we want berries or... we'll go for the aid. And we'll go for Emolga. Of course, Lickitung needs to be from Kanto. Emolga needs to be from Unova. So neither of these Pokemon are eligible. That's loud, right. Yeah, still gonna go for Lash Out. Yeah, Lash Out I think is probably still my best move in this situation. Dugtrio is going to use Screech, lowering its defense. Max Lightning on Gerda is going to knock it out. I think that's 2 lives down, 1 remaining now, which isn't great. But oh well, we'll survive, I think. Lash Out. Yeah, that does a good amount of damage. All static. Lovely jubbly. I'm now paralysed. Rock Slide is gonna, yeah, really bring it down into the yellow. Ooh, I can Dynamax. I will. Right. Gonna go for Max Darkness, because it just has the highest power. Skunk versus Electric Skrill. Who will win? I hope Skunk. Now, let's see. Sucker Punch brings it right down into the red zone. Uses Electro Web on Dugtrio for some reason. Oh, on everyone. And that lowers my speed. And lowers Carkol's speed, of course. Rock Slide is going to knock it out. Of course, I don't really need to take it. So I'm not going to catch it anyways. Someone else can have it. Amelia's going to take it. Right, and now we're up against an aid. Or a scientist. Right. Rental Pokemon. Yeah, sure. Octillery. Fair enough. I'll take it. At least it means I'm no longer paralysed. Skuntank had poison moves. They would have been good against Xerneas. Oh, oops. That was daft of me. Maybe Octillery has a poison type move. Nice. And steel type move. Oh, right, I'm very lucky. Right, fair enough. Yeah, gonna go for Flash Cannon. Dugtrio is gonna lower its attack with Screech. Oh no, it's defense. Even. Right, it's gonna use Ingrain, which means it's gonna heal at the start of each, at the end of each turn. Acrobatics is going to do a bit. Flash Cannon doesn't do as much as I'd like. but it does lower its special defense, so it will do more next turn. Coaching on everyone, so I think that boosts a random stat on everyone. My attack, and oh no, just everyone's attack and defense. Yeah, cool. Then Xerneas is going to heal up a bit. Flash Cannon. Dugtrio uses Iron Head, yes! Almost brings it down into the yellow already. Uses Horn Leech on Gerda. It's going to heal itself up a bit. Acrobatics is going to bring Xerneas down into the yellow. Its attacks are getting more aggressive, that's not good. Flash Cannon does a bit. Coaching is going to boost everyone's attack and defense again. But I bet Xerneas is going to reset stat changes very quickly. I'm just doing this very slowly. Right. Flash Cannon again. Ooh, focus, and yeah, tightening its focus. Iron Head knocks it out. Good. That's probably the most we've ever dominated Xerneas battle. And I'm going to catch it because, of course, if it's shiny, then it's eligible for the challenge, because it's not available as a shiny in its home region of Kalos. But yeah, if it's not shiny, we're taking Carkol. Cool. Caught. Alright. So we have Carkol, not shiny, and then we have Xerneas, also not shiny. So we're going to take Carkol. And we get 6 Dynamax, and we get to read a Pokédex entry. Carkol, the coal Pokemon. It forms coal inside its body. Coal dropped by this Pokemon once helped fuel the lives of people in the Galar region. It's been added to the party. Cool. Yeah, keep a record, because that'll be useful for next time. And I'm going to put Carkol in the box. Can't believe we hadn't found a Carkol yet. Maybe Carkol is really rare, like this Drednaw obviously is. Anyway, I'm going to pause the timer. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'm going to end it there. I hope to see you here next time for another episode of the Pokémon HOME Master Challenge. Well, hopefully next time we will find Drednaw. Ciao.